Good day, my name is Andre Major, and this is my final video presentation for my Bio 390 Field Studies class. So, starting off, I wasn't too sure what to expect, but I did know that there was going to be a lot of field work involved, so I was just prepared for that. I was unable to make it to the first ever class that we had, but what my classmates would have done was go to a field over on Gladstone Road, and they put together a lot of different soil samples, which I would have taken part in analyzing. So over at the lab, what we did was run NPK tests. We had probes for EC, TDS, percent salinity, and pH. And we ran all of those different tests just to see what was going on with the soil. What I would have also done was write down the weights of the soil samples before and after they went into the oven to get dehydrated, and a lot of the nutrients would have evaporated. So I wrote down the results. I logged all of it in an Excel data sheet and shared it with the class. After that, we would have had a lecture with Dr. Lynch, who taught us a lot about human research subjects. And we also learned about IRB and their different permissions, everything that you need to run any research that will involve humans, not only in the Bahamas, but pretty much worldwide. After this, we actually went and took our first steps onto Grand Bahama, May 22nd. So on our first day, we didn't really do much, except we got the equipment that we needed from the UB North station. This included lots of shovels, secateurs, we had measuring tape and GPS, and we would see what all of that would be used for the next day. So day 2 was our first day out in the field. We woke up at 4 a.m., got ready for 6 o'clock, and we were out in the field station by 7 a.m. The field station, right there, we just did a lot of prep work. Everyone got ready, practice with the equipment, and out in the field, that's where we actually got to use it for the first time, doing our real research. We made quadrants with the measuring tape, using the GPS to locate the midpoint, and that is how we identified all of the plants that were out in those quadrants. We used EpiCollect 5 to log the data. We counted the top 10 plants and recorded their species, took a picture of those, logged all of that. There was also a soil collection team that used a pickaxe to soften the dirt, shoveled it all up, and we got samples from each site. So we got samples from 3 of the 4 quadrants, and we got 3 samples from each quadrant. So it would have been 9 samples from each site. We did this for the first 2 field days, and the third one was a lot more chill. We went over to the well fields, and we also got soil samples as well, but we didn't set up quadrants for that one. After all this, we did a lot of soil analysis. We went through just sort of logging the data. We didn't do the full soil analysis, but we did do just a run through of the different things that everyone who was there in the Nassau classes would have seen. And we also had a lecture on digital curation that day. After that lecture, we had a lot of free time, and in the coming days, we did have time on and off. So it wasn't just fieldwork. Those were our probably the heaviest days in terms of labor. After that, we had some lectures by Dr. Lynch, another one about human research subjects, this time with some of our fellow researchers from UB North and also from the United States. And we also got a chance to get a lecture about 3D modeling with her. All in all, it was a very fun trip. We were able to go to the Lucayan National Park as well to learn about the conservation efforts that were going on with the pine forests and the mangroves and bat caves. And we also went and played a part in those efforts ourselves. Not able to go to Waterkey, but we did go somewhere close by to plant a lot of red mangoes, hundreds of them out in the fields. Once I got back to Nassau, I just made sure that all of my logs were in, and I just had to come up with this video. I just want to give a thanks to Dr. Gustav, Dr. Lynch, and Dr. O'Connor for making this Bio 390 class possible.